I eat like 3 bananas a day. This is my cake. I eat bananas like a dessert because when you get on the whole food plant-based diet and all the food tastes so much more rich. So a banana that already is like full of sugar and sweet, it just tastes like it's melting in your mouth, like it's like a chocolate bar. It's indescribable what a good banana is like when you switch over completely to being vegan. Alright, so in season 1 on Chronic Fitness, about a year ago, imagine, I actually announced to my fans that I've gone completely whole food plant-based. And since that time, I have not gone away from the diet. And today, I'm finally putting together the masterpiece video that I wanted to show the world of the most unique diet on the planet, and one I personally believe in wholeheartedly. Now, the whole food plant-based diet is literally based off the idea that you should eat fresh whole foods every single day. So if it comes in a box, or if it came from sugar, or if it was frozen, if it wasn't fresh and it was home cooked every day to what you need to eat to plan, it doesn't fit the diet. And a little bit of how I got here. So back in 2018, if you've been following me for a while, you've seen that I went through a huge transformation. I was about 30% body fat, and my muscle mass was very low, and I was completely out of shape, and I was in one of the worst physical conditions probably of my whole entire life. And since then, I've gone on a food journey. Food is literally medicine, and it cannot be stressed how important it is for every human on the planet Earth to really put focus and energy into these simple things that we eat every single day. So back when I started in 2018 to go through to the man you know and love today, I started out with a ketogenic diet, and this would have been my second or third time attempting the diet, and I did not feel good on it. I did not enjoy it. Eating fats as my energy source doesn't work for me. One thing I want to let my fans know on this video is that food is extremely individual. You need to find out what works for you and your personal biology when it comes to food. Not everyone can eat the same. I will never ever ask anyone or tell anybody that you have to eat a whole food plant-based diet, because that's the only diet that's healthy on the planet, and that's the best thing that you should do for yourself. And if you're not eating that way, you're wrong. If you like meat, eat meat. If you like fish, eat fish. If you like eating bread, eat bread. It's completely individual. But you really should go on the same journey that I have that eventually landed me on this particular way of eating, which is going through your diet, making a diary, writing it all down, and figuring out what makes you feel good and what makes you feel bad. And how do you define that? Do I eat something and I get tired? Do I eat something and feel sluggish, energy, my mood is down? Or do I eat something and I feel light and energetic, and it feels like I put clean fuel inside of my motor? Or does it feel like I need to go into the shop and get repaired? And food literally can be the make or break of the way you feel every day. It affects your sleep. It affects the way your immune system fights. In these times that we're in these days, food could possibly be the answer to everything that's going on in the world right now. The world right now probably could benefit the most on just figuring out this particular subject matter that we're covering today. Now, back after I figured out that keto wasn't working for me, I switched over to a pescatarian diet, and I stayed on that for a while. And I was one of the people in the world that could not eat vegetables. I hated vegetables. Bring me vegetables, I don't want it. Bring me those meat and potatoes. I was a meat and potatoes kind of guy. I grew up that way. Sugar was my thing. Processed foods, frozen foods, burgers, fries, shakes, anything that was terrible for your body, I was into it. Vegetables, oh my God, tasted horrible, I couldn't do it. But the thing is that your taste buds die and regenerate just like your hair does, your nails does, your skin does, right? So your body is a beautifully crafted, amazing machine. It will adapt to whatever stimulus you put into it. So if I'm forcing myself to eat vegetables for a month, the next month after that, the vegetables are going to taste better. And that path continues. More and more you do something when it comes to diet, the more delicious that food is going to taste, because your body adapts. It says, oh, the environment only has this type of food available, so now, well, this tastes utterly delicious because it's the only thing I have to eat to survive. At least the body is being tricked into thinking that. So the taste buds regenerate. Now vegetables taste all right. And now for me, moving on to about 2 years later after this journey, being pescatarian, and then I moved into being a vegetarian, and then eventually moved into veganism, but not just any veganism. I will not eat vegan food from a box. I won't eat it. I will try to stay away from it from a restaurant. It needs to be made at a whole food plant-based fashion, which literally means I don't need any oil. I don't need any sugar. I don't eat anything that came from a box. I don't add any sauces. Everything is made from scratch. My sauce bases are made from fresh tomatoes and a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and a couple of other vegetables, onions. You can make amazing tasting food if you have someone that knows how to do it. Now, am I telling my fans that whole food plant-based diet is easy, or it's affordable, or it'll work for everyone? Absolutely not. Even if you wanted to do this diet, a lot of people have a lot of barriers to getting to this. This is, even for one person eating like this, it is somewhere between 4 to 6 hours, maybe even more of work every single day, because you're talking about taking raw ingredients and turning it into something delicious and edible. And then you're talking about, I eat personally somewhere between 4 to 8 meals a day.
I'm Nancy Hamogo. I reside in Nairobi. I'm a juice vendor. This is something that I've done for 11 years. Today we are going to make organic juice, and here are our fruits. We have celery, we have cucumber, we have banana, and we have beetroot. With my juices, I don't add any preservatives, and it's very fresh. A glass of juice a day keeps a doctor away, so we have to remove these leaves. Remember, we are going to use only stem. These bananas, we get them in a market in Nairobi. Now we are set. As you can see, we have not added any water, no any sugar, no preservatives. Banana itself will make it sweet and very delicious. It's pure organic. So delicious. For more tips, follow me on Instagram page Nancy Hamogo, Facebook page Hamogo Fresh Drinks.
One thing that really about me and my channel, the reason why my brand is Chronic Fitness, if you actually are new to my channel and you are wondering what is Chronic Fitness, just to give you like a short, sweet explanation of how the brand name was created, is because I live with chronic pain every single day. I've lived with chronic pain for the last decade of my life. It was caused by my military service. I had an accident, and I live with that. So food was one of the biggest ways I found to treat my chronic pain. It wasn't through pharmaceuticals, it wasn't through doctors or medicine. It was literally come down to the food, because food, when you eat it, it releases an insulin response, and an insulin response then triggers an inflammation response. And based on your microbiome inside your stomach and your personal genetic code and your biology, certain foods affect people in certain ways. For me personally, I did not know for the last 32 years of my life that I was poisoning my body every time I was eating meat. I had no idea how horrible I was making myself feel until I finally started pulling it out, and I started feeling better and better. And when I took it completely out, I felt amazing. And I was like, what is this that I've been told all my life, that, oh, okay, I need to eat meat and eat a lot of meat so I can be big and strong. But it couldn't be farther from the truth, because they would say to you, oh, well, you need like 1.5 grams of protein, at least minimum one gram of protein per pound of body weight. And that's the only way you're gonna build muscle and get big and strong. Well, I don't know if you see in front of you right now, but I'm a pretty strong guy, and I don't eat that way. So the reality is that human beings thousands of years ago went through feast and famine phases. So we were never conditioned or evolved to be eating meat 3 times a day. It wasn't available in the environment. Sometimes we would have plenty of meat and sometimes we wouldn't. The fact of the matter is, all food has protein in it, and your body will adjust to whatever you're eating. You don't even need to focus on a complete protein profile based on amino acids, which is like what a lot of people against veganism try to say. Everything has protein. And to be quite honest with you, regardless of your status or what you're doing, if you're a bodybuilder or not, the body can only use so much protein per day before it starts to use it for other purposes, converts it to glycogen, or using it as an energy source versus building muscle and protein synthesis. It can only do so much of that in a 24-hour window. So there is no need to stuff our faces with all this protein that's making us actually sick. And it's been linked to cancer. It's been linked to mental health diseases. It's been linked to insomnia. I mean, the list is endless how many things food really impacts on your health. We don't even have scratched the surface of what food is capable of. But what I want to really drive home to my audience in this video is that take a moment. Don't even think about a meal plan. Don't even think about, oh, I have to eat these certain macros. To be honest with you, I'm a bodybuilder and I don't follow a macro diet plan. I don't follow a certain amount of numbers. I don't need to log anything. But that's one of the beautiful things about the whole food plant-based diet, is that this is the lowest calorically dense food there is on the planet. This is a cucumber. This is negative calories. I actually burn more calories eating this than I do actually consuming it. And what that does for me is I can actually have my cake and eat it too, which a lot of people say is impossible, but if I enjoy the taste of my food, I can have as much vegan food as I want and never gain a kilo of body fat. But I'm also active, right? So as long as I'm hungry, even if I'm not hungry and I'm still eating, the thing is, you're getting really quality fiber in this food. This is the most beautiful fiber there is on the planet. It's the healthiest for your digestive system. It's gonna make you feel full. It's going to force you to stop eating when it's time to stop. It's not like eating a bowl of cereal. You can just empty the whole box and eat all of it, eat like 2,000 calories plus the milk, and feel awful because you have all those chemicals inside your body. It's not digesting properly. It's not healthy food. It's not clean fuel for the machine, your beautiful machine, the one tool that you need to take care of, because if you take care of it, it's going to take care of you, right? Your body. You have to live in it inside every day. Why not put in just that little bit of extra effort to actually find out what makes you feel the best? Because it's worth it. I mean, if you are not as blessed as me and you're living in Kenya and you can afford to have a chef inside your house making yourself this food, you can do meal prepping. And I used to do this. I would have my food prepared like 3 days in advance, and I would just put it in a big tub and then scoop it out and microwave it for every meal. It's possible. It's going to require you to put a little bit of effort on your end. It's not going to be as easy as going to Burger King and ordering a Whopper, because that's unhealthy. It's easy, convenient, but in order for them to actually get you some food like that, they have to do a lot of bad things to it, and putting that inside your body is really a bad decision, and I would really urge all of my fans to avoid it. You don't want to be in a position where you're 40 or 50 years old and your body is completely deteriorated. Your arterial health, your heart has got horrible risk factors for heart disease, cardiac failure, heart attack, cancer. You want to avoid all this stuff. It starts with creating a foundation of making your body work its best for you so it can defend yourself away from those cancer cells and keep your blood highways clean. Like, for me, imagine, nobody ever believes me. When I take some medicine or I have a coffee, my metabolism and my blood is so clean because of the way I eat. Everything hits me so much faster and more effectively. I don't need to take 2 to 4 Tylenol. 1 Tylenol does it for me. Or if I have a cup of coffee, I can feel that. It hits me like a train because everything metabolizes so efficiently in my body. But that was because I've gone that extra mile and I've gotten my body cleaned up and it's healed itself. Once you start switching over to a proper diet that for you, and you're functioning at your best, your body's gonna start healing itself. It's really an amazing thing. It's gonna say, oh my God, we finally don't have anything weighing us down. Now we can focus our energies on other things, right? So this is so important. I wanted to really bring this video to you because it's 70%. You can go to the gym and train every single day. You will never be a healthy person if you don't conquer this first. This is the foundation of being a healthy person, is the food you eat. It's so important. I drink so much water. I'm drinking 1 of these a day, but then another 1 of these is put in my food, minimum. So I'm drinking what, 3 liters of water? At least, because I don't use any oil. Most people look at me like, how do you not eat food with oil? You can cook food without any oil. Water can do it. Oil wasn't even a common thing until like maybe the last 75 years. And it's just been more proliferated as in the last couple of decades. But before that, human beings were using fire and water, right? There wasn't any manufacturing factories that were producing vegetable oil by the tons on the daily. That didn't exist. So people were surviving off of water. And that's the way our bodies were designed to do. We are 70% water. Make sure you're drinking a quality water. Make sure that the water you're drinking is clean and good for you. Because water can be actually one of the worst ways to get sick. It's actually, when I get sick, which is very rare these days, it's because I had some bad water in my food or in my cup or mixed with my coffee or whatever. This is so important. I am so passionate about this subject with food and why I think every single person needs to go on their own food journey. In fact, if you Google it, go Google elimination diet. And if you're having any type of health problems, you're having internal pains and you can't explain it, or you're having problems sleeping, or you're getting sick a lot, do an elimination diet and start figuring out the foods that are causing problems with you. And then leave them out forever. Just leave them behind and leave in the foods that are making you feel good. And you'll come down to a consensus of what really works for you. And that will be more rewarding than the next 10 videos I could ever give you. If you put that time and effort into yourself and you invest into your own health, that's going to bring you mileage for the rest of your life. And I can't wait to just continue to bring you this content and just be able to tell you the world about my diet because it's so unique. All of my years, 10 years being a personal trainer has brought me into this conclusion of this diet. And I can bring you this video and fast track you into an idea to start making you think, wow, what am I really eating and how can I change it? Because it's really not that difficult, but once you get there and you start making those changes in your daily routine and you become a habit, you're gonna feel so much better. And isn't that what life is about, is to feel good and be happy? I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, share, and click the notification bell. We're gonna be coming out with videos at least 2 times a week, and we have big things coming up in the future. I can't wait to show you what Nairobi, Kenya is like. We're gonna be doing more travel videos about the coast, Mombasa. There's big things in store for my brand of Chronic Fitness, and I cannot wait to bring you guys on that journey. Thank you so much. I love you guys.